whenever, especially when he gets interviewed by foreign correspondents, this guy's a smart guy. He knows how to structure the questions that would throw off the journalists. And I love this guy.
Yeah, I was thinking of him when he talked about it.
I'm sorry?
I was thinking of him when he talked about it.
Yes, he's a smart guy. I've seen a lot of his interviews on the TV, and he's really good. I mean, he knows how to structure his...
Yeah, he doesn't direct answer the question.
Yes.
He goes around.
And you can learn a lot from him. Okay, so we're ready?
Yes.
Okay, who wants to start? Okay, Toastmaster. Which scenarios you are doing? Oh, wow. He's going for the difficult level. Okay, let me read it to you. Toastmaster Abdulaziz will be going for the difficult level, the data bridge. The scenario is, reports have surfaced about a massive data breach within your organization. What measures are you taking to protect your customers' data, and how you would prevent similar incidents in the future? So that is the scenario chosen by Toastmaster Abdulaziz. Let's see how he will use bridging technique to effectively convey his message without tarnishing the image of his organizations that he is representing. You have the floor.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for the question. Yes, we have been part of a data breach that affected our organization. What I want to assure you is that this data breach contained mostly data that is classified as public data. In addition to that, some of this data was confidential. However, this data has very low value to our organization. Data breaches happen, and the most important thing is the corrective actions that we are going to take. One of these corrective actions is the implementation of the National Data Management Office regulations and controls. We are also working and in progress of implementing the personal data privacy law that is included in KSA laws. Another thing that we are working on is the implementation of some ISO standards that are relevant to data protection and data management. All of these regulations, standards, and laws include the implementation of techniques that protect data and protect organizations from data breaches. One of these techniques is data security and data encryption. Data encryption ensures that your data is safe and locked with secure keys that you keep within your organization. If you encrypt the data and the data gets breached or stolen, it still has no value to the person who stole it because they cannot see the content of the data. With all of this, we assure you and the public that we are committed to data protection and we are committed to the security of our organization data and our customers' data. Finally, data is the lifeblood of the digital age. And its protection is paramount. Thank you.
That was a great answer. Anyone can tell me here, anyone here who wants to analyze Toastmaster Abdulaziz respond? What are the good things that he said?
Yes. Thanks, Toastmaster Abdulaziz. The good thing is that first he agreed. It was straightforward. It didn't play around, and professionally moved our attention to the corrective actions. The way he showed his confidence, his body language. For me, I feel safe. I feel that he is really confident about doing the good thing to solve the issue.
I love the word safe. Okay, Abdullah, do you have any comment about Abdulaziz's response?
MashaAllah, it was a great response towards,
Indeed.
let's say, usually understandable issue that faces the buyers of companies sometimes. But what I love especially what he's mentioned is he's like putting some sort of a frame on what kind of data breach happened and then explain it to you in simple terms. It's basically not saying sometimes people tends to over-explain something to make you feel lost and not understanding what we're trying to say. So with that being said, you said, okay, they probably know what they're doing, but you're not fully confident about what he mentioned. But what Abdulaziz did is completely otherwise. He mentioned the terms needed for this issue and simplified as much as he can for not only the audience that has been attended, some of them are experts, but for the public admission as well. And with that, I think he covered a wide audience of, explaining the issue and what happened.
He did great. Thank you for that analysis. It's a good analysis too. What I like about Abdulaziz's answer is, first, he assured the public that what was lost, what was the loss, the data, these are like publicly available data. So from that point of view, you as a customer or a client that's part of the data breach, you would feel safe. You would feel secure because he assured you that these data breach these are publicly available. So yes, they're classified as publicly available. So even if they get stolen, there's no really issue about that. And another thing he said, data breach happened, and that is true. Even the most powerful digital company in this world, data breach happened. So it's not something that happened that is isolated to the company. But Abdulaziz really did a great job in responding to that questions. Especially, this is a difficult level. Next. Come on, don't be scared. Those ones are Salman. So what is your scenario? Let me read it.
Scenario 2.
Which one?
2. The easiest one.
Oh, the easiest one. Okay, that's all right. So, okay.
Yes.
Scenario number 2. Toastmaster Salman, you unintentionally offend a friend during a conversation and they bring it to your attention. You unintentionally offend a friend during a conversation and they bring it to your attention. You have the floor.
Thank you. Fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests, good evening.
Good evening.
Tyrone, I don't know that you got offended by my comment today during our meeting. I apologize. But the good thing that even my comment that the reason that I get this comment because I need to streamline our efforts during the teamwork. Because as you may aware that our team work recently goes a little bit slow, so we need these things to be communicated among our team. So I don't mean that to express any offended to anyone, especially you. However, that being said, I think the matters that you freely express your feeling. We get to know that you think that what I have said during our conversation was offended. So it's good to everyone understand that we need to put borders or red lines when it comes to the personal issue or get someone upset of any comments that come from our team. Thank you and apologize for everything.
Anyone who wants to comment about Salman's Toastmaster Salman's answer? Anyone? Dr. Rasman?
Important to apologize in public when you make the mistake in public. It shows respect.
Yes.
Even the situation is finished and you realize very late, it's important to recall the audience one by one as much as you can to tell that you apologize to the person in person because he deserves, even if he don't know, he doesn't know. It's important to show that he deserves respect even behind his back. This is important.
And that is true. When you an intentional event of persons. It is especially in a group, and then people felt the same way too. It is true that you address it to everyone. And one thing I like about the answer of Toastmaster Salman is yes, he apologized, and then he segued to the things that could be
The reason for my
Yes.
comments.
and I wish when he answered that, I wish he could have added like, I apologize for that offensive. It is not intentional that I offended you, but you know what? One thing that I learned from it, because that way it's the empathic. You know, you are sympathizing to that person. And it gives more credible to what you are saying, especially this is more on a personal level. Next. Okay, Toastmaster Haitham. Don't be scared, everyone. So what is your scenario? Is it easy or difficult?
Easy.
Okay. What's scenario number?
Scenario 3.
Scenario number 3. Okay. Well, do you do this always? Scenario number 3.
Yes.
You overslept and missed a meeting with your boss, and they expressed disappointment. That is the scenario. You overslept and missed the meeting with your boss, and they expressed disappointment. Your boss is disappointed too. Toastmaster Haitham.
Yes.
You have the floor.
Yes, boss. Thank you for your comment. Yes, I'm sorry for oversleeping. The good thing is that I'm ready since 2 days ago. So I already sent to you my assignment. What also I can do later on is that I will emphasize now with all my colleagues what we can do as a next step. What's good thing in that we haven't reached the most difficult milestone in our project. That's a good thing. I assure that before reaching to that level, everything will be on track. I suggest later on that we share all the comments before we meet, so that if something happened to other people like me, they can't miss the details, which is the most important than attending physically. Again, I'm apologizing, and I assure that doesn't happen again.
Thank you. Okay, anyone who wants to analyze Toastmaster Haitham's response? Okay, we'll do it. You know what I like about his response? You don't know what you're gonna say when you have a meeting, and then you overslept, and then you miss the meeting. And this is a very crucial meeting. But Toastmaster Haitham, the statement that I like about his is, yes, I overslept, I apologize, but I was ready since 2 days ago. That statement gives assurance to your boss. Okay, I'm late, but what we're gonna do today, I'm ready. I even have this, I have that, I have this. And then I like it that he gives a solution. Recommendations that in the future we could provide comments in advance. Then if something happens like this, one member wasn't able to attend the meeting, at least we can get a reference from their comments that was sent the previous days. Thank you, congratulations. Okay, next. Abdullah, okay. What's your difficulty level?
Actually, we've jumped to the difficult one.
No, what is your difficulty level?
No, let's
Easy
go
or
with
difficult?
playful and easy.
Playful and easy. So what's your scenario?
Let's go with scenario, please. Scenario 1, the first one.
You were caught red-handed. Oh, he was not here when we, yes, okay, cool. You were caught red-handed eating your sibling's favorite food, which they had saved for later. Your sibling is upset and asks you to explain why you ate their food. Let's see if his answer would match with the answers that we provided a while ago. You have the floor.
Okay. be honest, it was actually a real accident that took place a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna rewind the situation to you guys. So what happened is that a Saturday afternoon, I wakes up with nothing in my hand, and I wanna go to the fridge. You open up the fridge, and there's this honey bagel looking at you, and you're looking at her. And it was like, why are you staring at me? Come on. It was like new and packed, and it was like everything was fine. But it was in the middle of the fridge. I mean, come on. I mean, I think I have the excuse to pick it up, if you know what I mean. However, I decided to close the fridge. Then 5 minutes later, I mean, come on. We all have this problem when you're going to open the fridge, there's something new comes up out of nowhere. But however, I did actually 5 minutes later, open up the fridge, and there's this honey bagel standing in front, in the middle of the fridge, and looking at me. Okay, no problem, let's have fun. I picked it up, and 2 minutes later on, my sister comes in. Open up the fridge, not seeing her honey bagel, and she sees me with my mouth full, and I have no idea what to say. Why did you eat it? Why did you eat it? For God's sake, it was compact. It was not used. And she got a little dramatic, of course. Now, to be honest with you, sis, I really tried not to. But come on, next time you're gonna have to hide it a little. You're gonna have to do a little effort and hide it beside the stuff, you know, at the end. But not in the middle, because in the middle you're just inviting me and inviting other people to say, hey, this is something good to eat, and this is obviously a good excuse to me. And of course, a couple of hours later on, and she brought this to the wider stage in front of the whole family on a lunch together. And she said, Abdullah is not a respectful guy. But I told her it was in the middle of the fridge. You have to excuse me for that. I am really sorry. But, well, I'm hoping to make it up to her in the future. And have a stand.
All right, thank you. Well, to be fair with Toastmaster Abdullah, he was not here when we are trying to explain the instructions. So he was a little bit, away from what is expected. Anyone who wants to analyze this answer? Toastmaster.
I really like that he acted out the situation and he showed how he was impressed by this food and had to eat it anyway. And he actually did apologize at the beginning, so it is, I think, like a bridge.
Yes.
However, it is like he's telling a story instead of answering you as an interview, but overall it is great.
Thank you. And yeah, I'll be fair with you since you were not here when I first did the explanations. But with the way he answered, what he said is, next time do not put this in that, because if you respond to that question, to the way Toastmaster Abdullah, you're putting yourself in a defensive mode. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I suppose
I ate a Toastmaster Fahad cake, and then he shouted at me. I apologize, but again, it's like I'm putting the blame on him.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So you should not put here next time. You should hide it. You can.
Right?
Yes. Well, and I said I'll be fair with you because the first instructions you were not here, but you can try again. Okay. Who's next? Toastmaster Fahad Majed. So your goal is to acknowledge the situations and then redirect your message to the way that it would be beneficial for others. So I'm sorry. Level of difficulty.
There's number 3.
Playful.
There's number 1.
Okay.
Scenario 8.
Scenario number 8. You were responsible for organizing a family get-together, but forgot to invite one of your cousins. Oh, that's so sad. Now, your cousin, Muhammad, feels left out, and you need to explain what happened. He's really mad because he was left behind. You have the floor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tyrone. Dear my cousin Muhammad, I know that you are upset for not inviting you to the family gathering. Please understand that I didn't mean to ignore you to come to the gathering. You know, this situation, I was keeping record of all the people I want to invite them, but by mistake, I missed your name. We have this gathering regularly. I'm sure that next time I will put your name, the first one. Don't be upset for me. In order to keep you happy, I will invite you to go together to a dinner, to enjoy the time together, and to ensure that you are happy and you are not upset what have been done. So please accept my apologize, and inshallah we'll see you next gathering. Back to you.
Anyone who wants to analyze his answer?
He is honest,
Is honest, yes.
and I like this.
And how effective his bridging technique was.
In this case, honesty is the most important, more
That
than
is true.
anything.
That is true.
Because even no words, even one word, I'm sorry, is enough. It is in eyes, in movement, in gesture, more than anything in this question particularly.
That is true. And since these situations, like they are more on a personal level, it is not you're being diplomatic. It is true that you have to be honest with your response. And what I like about his answer is, in order for him to make it up to him, he offered a dinner with him. And he's sorry that he forgot to invite him. Who else? Next.